Throughout history, politicians have used whatever means possible to reach out to their supporters, bash their opponents, and secure the votes of those on the fence. From Abe to Obama, American politicians have utilized media in all its available forms to ensure their victory. From buttons and posters to tweets and posts, the media has changed dramatically. Hello, my name's Cassidy.
And my name's Harry.
And this is CWI Reports.
Broadcasting live from... what room is this again?
I have no idea.
On with the show?
On with the show. Let's take an in-depth look at the evolving landscape of politics and social media. During the days of Abraham Lincoln, politicians appealed to their supporters' favorite vices by offering them a sip of whiskey, the drink of the day. Their supporters would have to remove their pipe or tobacco in order to enjoy the drink. The candidates would then replace their tobacco with a fresh supply. As time went by, posters, buttons, and eventually films became the prevalent form of political media. From the earliest buttons and films, politicians have taken advantage of every opportunity to interact in the global, national, and local community. During Kennedy's campaign, the first televised debate was used to promote how much younger Kennedy was than Nixon, which was appealing to many Americans. Fast forward 50 years to today's technological campaign techniques. The internet, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube, and Facebook. Social media has exploded in the political arena, leaving those less than tech-savvy in the dust. Many of our elected officials have taken advantage of websites and other popular forms of social media to reach out like never before. Let's first start by taking a look at some interesting facts from the last presidential election. With just 3 months to Election Day, Obama led Romney on 8 out of 9 social networks. Facebook, Twitter, Clout, Pinterest, MySpace, Flickr, Instagram, YouTube. Romney was only able to tie on LinkedIn. And on Pinterest, Romney didn't even have an account. So why is social media important? What exactly did it do for Obama? Let's take a look at exactly how Obama used this tool to win his re-election. First, social media allows messages to be targeted more effectively at specific demographics. What age group would you say uses social media the most? Answer: according to a survey by the Pew Internet and American Life Project, 18 to 29-year-olds took the lead in 7 out of 8 categories of online social media political activity. Social networks gave Obama an opportunity to speak directly to a specific demographic, the youth of America. And with a platform that included pro-choice and same-sex marriage rhetoric, which are hot topics for that demographic, it's no wonder that he secured their vote. His message was literally music to the ears of his intended audience. According to an article in U.S. News, young people between the ages of 18 and 29 made up a bigger share of the electorate than they did in past elections, according to preliminary tallies, with the percentage of young voters standing at 19%, and President Obama overwhelmingly won that group compared to Mitt Romney. Heather Smith, president of Rock the Vote, the self-named largest young voter organization, said, "More than 22 million cast a ballot in our estimate. This voting bloc can no longer be an afterthought to any political campaign." Next, we can look at the fact that social media is probably the most cost-effective means of advertising. It's free. Not only can the candidates themselves create pages and accounts for their campaigns, but their supporters can help as well. There are multiple Facebook pages for candidates, in addition to the accounts created by the candidates themselves. Candidates' messages are likely to be spread or shared by their supporters hundreds of thousands of times. This means that if Obama takes a picture of the Oval Office and posts it on Twitter, it might get shared over and over and over. It just keeps going and going and going and going. Finally, let's reference the fact that during the debates, the questions were pulled directly from Twitter, giving us a possible glimpse into the future of social media as not only a campaign tool, but a civic medium. The Pew Internet and American Life Project also found that some 60% of American adults use either social networking sites like Facebook or Twitter, and that 66% of those social media users, or 39% of all American adults, have done at least one of 8 civic or political activities with social media. Social media shows no signs of letting up. With the ability to speak directly to the hearts and minds of your audience with messages specific to them, and because of the cost effectiveness, the possibility of entire campaigns being built within and upon these networks is possible. What can we expect in the future? Will we one day determine the presidency based entirely upon the number of likes he or she has on Facebook? Will future generations one day quote from our tweets and tumbles? Will we cast our votes via the World Wide Web? Time will tell, but with what we know now, social media stands to play a major role in the future of politics as we know it. And that's all the time we have for today.
I'm Harry.
And I'm Cassidy, and this has been CWI Reports.